What are regulation wins, ROW, in the NHL playoff race? Imagine trying to figure out which teams are truly the strongest as the season winds down. You might look at wins, points, or even recent streaks. But there's a special stat that helps clear up the picture when teams are neck and neck. That is regulation wins, or ROW. Regulation wins are the number of games a team has won during the regular season in the standard 60-minute game, not including wins in overtime or shootouts. This means if a team wins in regulation time, it counts as one regulation win. If they win in overtime or a shootout, it doesn't count toward their ROW total. This stat is super important because it acts as a first tiebreaker when teams finish with the same number of points. Points are earned for wins and overtime or shootout losses, but when teams are tied in points, the NHL looks at regulation wins first. The team with more regulation wins gets the higher spot in the standings. Why does this matter? Because winning in regulation shows a team's ability to close out games in the standard 60 minutes. It's seen as a stronger indicator of consistent performance. When teams are fighting for playoff spots or seeding positions, regulation wins can make a big difference. If teams are still tied after comparing regulation wins, the league then considers regulation plus overtime wins, or ROW plus UTWA. This counts wins in regulation and overtime but ignores shootout wins. Shootouts are viewed as less definitive, so they are ranked lower in the tiebreaker process. In the playoff race, regulation wins help decide who makes it into the postseason and where they land in the seeding. For example, if two teams have the same points, the one with more regulation wins gets the edge. This can determine who faces whom in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, especially when division winners and wildcard teams are involved. So, regulation wins are more than just a number. They are a key part of understanding the true strength of a team in the race for the playoffs. Teams that rack up regulation wins show they can win the game in the normal 60 minutes, which is why this stat is so vital in tracking the playoff picture and team strategy.